Hello, my name is Kojo Osei, but you can call me Big Pharma. Welcome to the Broadwater Pharmacy. Broadwater Pharm, BWP, the farm is spelled with a P. We are an organic artisan farm based in Sunyani, Ghana. We specialize in providing organic fruit, vegetables, and herbs. Well, the state of food production today, I think that people are now just tired of eating fake fruit. There's fake food, and when I say fake food, I mean food that has been processed, food that has been grown with hazardous produce and hazardous fertilizers, as well as genetically modified produce that is now being offered to the market. I think that we are now in a space and an age where people are tired of eating food that they can't trust. And as Africans, given that we are from Africa, I think it's now the time, it's now the season for us to really access the resources that we have at our disposal. It started from Wudemaya. Some people may know him, some people may not know him, but shout out to Wudemaya. I watched one of his videos on YouTube, and he went to visit a man named Joshua Kweku Asiedu, and I watched the video and I found it very inspirational. He's a young man also from Ghana. He accessed some land that his father was able to give to him, and he just started living organically. I actually messaged Wudemaya on YouTube, and he messaged me back immediately. He gave me Joshua's number. We went to stay at his facility for about a week or so, and I think that experience just really changed my life for the better, because it really showed me the difference between how we're living in the Western world in terms of the resources that we are wasting and depleting, and also how we're exploiting other people throughout the world for our comfortability. From then, I began a process of research, and then we had COVID lockdown, whereby they started telling people that they couldn't buy food, or they started controlling the amount of food that we had access to. All of these situations led me to a path whereby I was able to, along with my cousins, begin a project where we could utilize the land that we have access to grow organic produce that people can actually eat and that they can actually improve their health with. The medicine primarily comes from what we eat, and that is what led to the name of Broadwater Pharmacy, because as much as when people hear pharmacy and they think of pharma and pharmaceuticals, they think of white medicines and labels and things like that, when it's actually the food, the natural food that we're eating. Real food doesn't have ingredients. Real food is the ingredients. Yes, message to young farmers. I'm not sure if there are many young farmers at the moment. I think that the agricultural space is a space that is ripe for the picking. A lot of people from Ghana have family and relatives that have acres of land, and it's just about being courageous and jumping into it. As young expatriates, we have the energy, we have the network, we have access to the facilities. So I think it's just a case of, encouraging a lot of young farmers to really get more involved in agriculture. There are many markets in Ghana that people have got involved in to further themselves, but I feel like agriculture is one where you can further yourself and you can also further the people as well. You can also give back to the people. So that's the reason why I think a lot more young people, young and old to be honest with you, should get more involved in agriculture so that we can start producing for the world. Five years from now, I see Broadwater Pharm as being the cultural leaders, the sort of forefront, the forefrontal leaders of this new season of agriculture, this new age of conscious agriculture. People not just come in to farm in land and take from the people, but come in to mix with the people, come in to support the local people and to employ the local people. I really want our model to be emulated throughout the continent, to be honest with you, so that expatriates across the world can really benefit and bridge the gap between the demand that is in the West and the supply that is in Africa. I once read that Africa is the only continent that doesn't really have to import anything because we have it all here. But for some reason, we import a lot of the things that we are consuming. Chicken, lemons, fish, the list goes on. It's quite confusing, but what I do know is if we want to push the culture, if we want to improve the economy, if we want to strengthen our currency, we need to produce. So I would encourage as many young farmers and young entrepreneurs to take the first step, take a risk, and come to Ghana and see what you can produce.
Development, sustainability, community, integration, production.
Anybody who would like to purchase any of our produce can purchase our produce on our website, which is www.broadwaterpharmacy.com. It's www.broadwaterpharmacy.com. You can also catch our social media on Instagram and on TikTok, Broadwater Pharmacy. And anybody who wants to make any personal inquiries to me can catch me on Instagram at big_farmer on Instagram. That's big_farmer on Instagram. Feel free to make any inquiries. You're welcome.